Your flaws are revealed!
None may rise, my brothers! Rise and do battle!
The world stone has been changed. Our children are born weak and suffer short lives. The demon Nereza promised to restore their power, but instead turned them into misshapen creatures and sent them to war against us. We may die, but not before she is sent back to the burning hells.
Tell me about this inn you want to open.
The world is so dangerous. Everybody needs a quiet, safe place to rest and recover. A way station on their journeys.
A worthy idea.
Sometimes I wonder.
Your strength rivals that of our greatest champions. What now do you think you are? You may enter our most sacred place.
The spirit speaks the truth. This was a good place. I can feel it.
The noble hero fought his way here just to die.
Magda.
And who is this you bring with you? Adria's daughter? She has power within her. No matter. Your mother will soon share your fate, little one. The shard is mine. Fill this temple with their blood!
What did she mean my mother will share my fate? Could my mother be alive after all these years?
She tries to prey upon your thoughts. Close your mind.
And what is the power within you that she spoke of?
This fight was too easy. She's toying with us. We must get back to Uncle Deckard right away.
I have the second piece of the sword.
I remember a glow streaking towards a fishing village.
That must be Wortham.
Ah, brilliant, dear Leah. Have the ferryman take you there.
What is this coven?
I cannot say, but there is something about them, a darkness, that is known to me.
I sense it too.
The coven may be part of a greater evil. Perhaps I intended to fight it.
If you are to fight, you will need your sword.
Uncle Deckard and I traveled all over the world in my youth, looking for lost lore and artifacts. It was so exciting, crawling around ancient temples, digging through forgotten crypts. I feel fortunate that Uncle Deckard raised me the way he did, the things I learned from him. But now I don't know. I see what his obsession with his quest has cost him, has cost us. The Drowned Temple was once known as the Sarsium Emporis. It was the most sacred of their temples, a site where legend claims angels would come to impart their wisdom to the Nephilim.
You spoke of failures in your past. This will weigh you down until you speak of them.
I cannot tell you.
Speak of these sins to me. I can help you cleanse them.
You misunderstand me. We are literally unable to recall our pasts. The Inquisitors stripped my sins and the memory of them from me, leaving me pure.
Where are you from?
Kingsport, the city by the sea, home to the great merchant fleets and endless nets of reeking fish.
And your trade?
I am between jobs at the moment.
You don't seem the sort for an honest job.
Nonsense. I am the most honest thief you will ever meet.
You waste your time with the pursuit of women.
Waste? Time is scarcely better spent.
You keep none of them.
I've only found one worth keeping, but she slipped away from me.
You bother women to cover your own mistakes.
Well, no. Sometimes they should bother me.
I really do miss that bard. The way he sang Bartok and Horizon could make a bad man weep and turn his life around.
You're always on about the bard. Tell you what, why don't you learn to sing for us instead of complaining all day?
Well, I'm more of a patron of the arts than an artist.
That, and you have a voice like a wounded quill beast.
True.
That Templar you brought to town may seem grim to most, but I think he's hiding a good heart.
I don't know what would have happened to this town without Deckard Cain.
I heard the goatmen have come down from the hills and are killing anything they can get their claws, hooves on. We should have killed them all when we had the chance.
Let's see. Rampage in Khazra, dark strangers appearing after a mysterious fire in the sky. Oh, and miscellaneous tomfoolery. Just another happy day in New Tristram. So, what you having today?
When we retrieved the stranger's second sword piece, Magda found us. She's always on our heels. Who is she? She claims to know my mother, but how could that be? Regardless, we must beat her to Wortham in the final piece of the sword.
So this is how it ends? They dragged my cart from the road, but for what? I can't get it repaired. Might as well dig a hole and die in it.
Give up then, or live for a better day.
Did you know that Leah has traveled a better part of this world? She's even been to Chaldeum. But I bet you've seen things that would shock even her.
I have some new items that I'm certain you'll love. I suppose business will pick up now that the Skeleton King is dead.
I wish to hear more of your grandfather, King Leoric's Chancellor.
Not much to tell. I lived with my father in Chaldeum at the time. We heard that my grandfather stayed in Tristram until the end,
trying to save lives. Don't know if he succeeded, but there it is. When the Skeleton King fell, my grandfather was dying from a sword wound. He had the crown sealed with him to keep it safe.
It pleases me to hear the story. Your grandfather was a good man, and surely the gods smile upon him. I am surprised to see you working so soon after your wife's passing.
There's no point in hiding my face in a pillow. You need weapons, I make weapons. Work needs getting done.
I find your devotion admirable, and the quality of your work is impressive. We will speak again. You mentioned your father. Tell me of him.
My father was a diplomat. We had a manor in Chaldeum with servants, terraces, all of that. Everything changed when the trouble started. Somehow, rumors spread that my grandfather was responsible for the king's madness. My father's work fell apart. No one would speak to him. He kept believing it would blow over, though.
But it did not.
No. I'd rather not talk about it now, if you don't mind. I've work to see to.
It cannot be done.
Wife, don't think I don't see you undressing our fine hero with your treacherous eyes.
I would look at you instead had you a weapon like that.
I was thinking...
Don't hurt yourself.
I was thinking that we should try to recruit more soldiers. What happens if we get attacked again?
We just spent a week fighting off hundreds of walking corpses outside our impenetrable gates. We're the hardest bastards within 100 miles. Who's going to attack us?
I don't like what's going on around here. Too many new faces. The dead rising from their graves were no picnic, but at least they kept the strangers away.
Hey, come over here. I've got some new things you really need to see. No one round here appreciates the work I put into acquiring these fine wares. It's not easy, I can tell you that.
I require passage to Wortham.
I will take you, but beware. Smoke rises from the village.
They're destroying the town! Get out while you can!
By all that is holy, the town is burning!
Death to those who defy the power of the cup.
Where are you, witch?
One of the men retrieved a strange artifact in his nets. It looked like a hilt of an ancient blade, but I know it must be more. The fisherman argued with me, but I convinced him to leave it in the safety of the chapel, a holy place for a holy relic.
Please! My family's hiding in the chapel with the rest of the townsfolk. We must get to them!
Don't run off! You'll get yourself killed!
fools! You cannot keep the sword from me!
This is bad.
My servants will burn this town to ashes!
I hear something coming.
By all that is holy, do you see that enemy over there?
You saved us. We owe you our lives.
What you ask is impossible. The hilt of a sword fell from the sky and glows with enchantment. Do you know of it?
We found it days ago. I wish we'd never brought it here. Come, I left Virgil to guard it. We will be glad to be rid of it.
I'm going back to Tristram to check on Uncle Deckard.
I will not do that. Damn, it's not here.
While you were on your hero's errand here, I captured all 3 sword pieces and your friends.
I should have known. I must get back to Kane's house.
If only I could control this power, I could have saved him.
Do not blame yourself. Magda is the one who must pay for Kane's death.
Magda and her master Belial. The journal speaks of an angel falling from the heavens as the shadow rises from the abyss. The stranger is the key to all of this.
Man, angel, or god, we must find him and restore his memory.
When my power erupted, I saw into Magda's mind for an instant. She's fled to the highlands. You can reach them through the caves above Wortham. You have to know, she'll be waiting for you.
I do not fear her.
This damned power I have. Uncle Deckard said it came from my mother. He tried to teach me how to control it using his Herodric training, but it never really helped. He never gave up on me, though. He was a great man.